Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ali Asbahani bin Daim. For this forum, I'm as a moderator.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Naif Najmuddin bin Muhammad Zaini. I am panelist number 1 as a teacher or lecturer.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Norfatin Iwanis binti Zuki. I am panelist number 2 as a frontliners.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurina Awatif binti Muhammad Rohimi. I am panelist 3 as a student in this forum.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wan Syariha binti Wan Jafar. I am panelist number 4 as a small traders.
Assalamualaikum and good morning to Miss and the audience who view this forum. My name is Muhammad Ali Asbahani bin Daim. Today, I will be the moderator for the topic Good and Bad Effects of Implementing Movement Control Order, or we call MCO. We would like to share a little knowledge on the good and bad effects of the MCO implementation. Before we start, let me introduce each one of the panelists. For the first one, Naif Najmuddin bin Muhammad Zaini as a teacher. Panelist 2, Nur Fatin Iwanis binti Zuki as a frontliner. Panelist 3, Nurina Awatif binti Muhammad Rohimi as a student. And panelist 4, Wan Syariha binti Wan Jafar as a small traders. Without wasting time, I will start this forum. Okay, last year in 2019, we were shocked by a virus that called COVID-19. So due to the virus, MCO was implemented immediately to reduce the risk of COVID-19. Therefore, it will have an effect that is good and bad to some communities. So I would like to ask panelist 1, as a teacher, throughout the MCO period, how do teachers want to maintain interaction between students? Can you share your opinion?
How teachers want to maintain interaction between students in terms of practically, with online learning, the interaction between teachers and students will be more practical because they do not need to meet. Thanks to our developed country, online classes can be done easily unlike before. Imagine if our country had no online progress, surely the next generation would not get a good lesson.
Okay, thank you to panelist 1. So, in talk about good effect. So I go to panelist 2. As frontliner, do you think the implementation of this MCO is a benefit? Yes or no? And give your reason.
Yes, I think the implementation of this MCO is a benefit, especially for frontliners. We as frontliners feel this MCO is a good thing for us. It is because when there is an MCO, the people will be at home and only the needy will leave the house for certain matters. When everyone is at home, the level of COVID infection also can be avoided and can be controlled. Besides, all foreigners will be able to rest adequately when the daily COVID cases are declining or there are no new cases. Frontliners have also sacrificed a lot to save the life of the people. Namely, they have to work overtime, sleep in the hospitals, and sometimes they cannot go back home because of carrying out tasks that are still unfinished. Last but not least, we as frontliners also hope that the cases of COVID-19 decrease rapidly.
Okay, thank you to panelist 2 with her opinion. Panelist 2 also talk about good effect. So I will go to panelist 3. As a student, whether student get education during MCO implementation, can you share your opinion?
Thank you for moderator. For me, students will not get enough education during MCO because students easy to lose of focus while studying. This is because online studying, they will not have lecturer in front of eye like in the face-to-face class. So, students can study with many styles such as eating, talking with family, lying on the bed, anything else. This will make the student cannot get what the lecturer said in the online class. Next, we know that Sabah is difficult to students to find internet, especially in rural areas. At that, rural areas also many of them lack of infrastructure at their house, such as internet, electric, and electronic. Because of that, students from these rural areas will miss in lesson because cannot follow the online class fully. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you to panelist 3. Panelist 3 talk about bad effects. So I will go to panelist 4. As a small traders, according to the situation of the COVID pandemic that hit our country, among those affected are small traders. So how do these small traders do business during COVID pandemic? Can you share your opinion?
Thanks to moderator. So as we know that apart from other affected economic sectors, the small traders also did not run away from the problematic business problems. Moreover, we are just small traders. So what we can do during this pandemic is using digital applications in various aspects to streamline the sales of small traders like us, to advertise sales, take orders, and so on. Besides, we as small traders also use facilities such as cash on delivery service to facilitate delivery of orders, to make it easier for customer to get orders without having to go out to place orders. Small traders like us use existing facilities such as food panda service and so on. This is so to prevent this COVID from spreading, and at the same time, we can add revenue even if not much. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you to panelist 4. Panelist 4 also talk about bad effect. So as we can see, panelist 1 and panelist 2 just talk about good effects, and while panelist 3 and panelist 4 just talk about bad effect. So I will go back again, panelist 1. I want to ask, as a teacher, what are the benefits gained by lecturers in delivering an effective topic to students? Can you give your opinion?
There are the benefits gained by lecturers in delivering an effective topic to students is able to explain a topic or issue in more depth and effectively. This is because online class is easier with the availability of media such as photos, audio, and video. Not all students at school dare to ask questions to the teacher, so this online class helps some students who do not dare to ask something uh, in the online class.
Okay. So, sorry, panelist 2. I would like to ask panelist 3 first, because panelist 3 have interaction with panelist 1, because panelist 1 is a teacher. So, they have interaction between them. So, panelist 3, I want to ask, as a student, what are the shortcomings there when looking for reference material to complete the current assignment during MCO? Can you give your opinion?
Thank you to moderator. We all know that during MCO, students need to do online class. So that will have some bad things, which like when students need to search information for their assignment. That's lecturer give. First, it will become hard to students to find appropriate reference material at school media, at social media, because at there will have limited reference material. Compare that reference material at library. Meanwhile, some of reference material at social media we need to access first before use, and it need to use some money to it. Secondly, students cannot go to library because of the movement control order MCO, so students will cannot do the assignment, proposal, and tasks that lecturer give become more easier and complete. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you for your opinion. So I would like to ask panelists to second question. Okay, as a frontliners, what is your message to the community out there? Can you give your message?
Okay, thank you to moderator. As a frontliners, my message to the community out there are keep wash your hands, keep wear face mask, avoid contact with people with symptoms, drink a lot of water, stay at home, social distancing 1 or 2 meters with other people, and obey standard operating procedure SOP, which has been set by the government. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you. We will practically your message. So I will go to panelist 4. As a small traders, why small traders are so worried when it comes to MCO? Can you explain?
Thanks to moderator. So we as small traders must be very worried when the government announced a movement control order. This is because of the economic downturn that affects the income of small traders, which affect the existing sources of income. Moreover, petty traders were prohibited from trading while in movement control order for fear of this COVID pandemic becoming more contagious. With the occurrence of such thing, it hinders the movement of economic activity in various sectors of allows some economic activities, but at a slower rate. For example, food factories are also affected because during the movement control order, no small businesses are allowed, so there is a problem of overproduction and loss of business. Furthermore, small traders such as small factories during the MCO also had a negative impact on workers, involving companies that had to cease operation for not making a profit, or worse, had to close due to reduction of workers or inability to pay for production produce. That's why small traders are worried. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you for your explanation about the question. So last question for panelist 1. Okay, what can be saved by lecture during the MCO period during online class? Can you give your opinion?
The lecturers can save money and time for both teachers and students because lecturers no longer students no longer have to prepare an hour early to go to class. Vehicles are also not needed, making it economical. Lecturers can also do live broadcast easily anywhere, either at lectures or at home. That's all.
Okay, thank you. And sorry again to panelist 2. I would like to ask panelist 3. So panelist 3, as a student, if you are given the choice by the Ministry of Higher Learning whether to study online or face-to-face, which is your choice? Can you give your explanation?
Thank you to moderator. If I can choose whether online class or study face-to-face, I will choose study face-to-face at university. Why I choose study face-to-face? Because it's more easier and can study with a lot of friends at that. For subject that we do not understand, we can make study group with other friends and do discussion with them. Besides that, we also can find many reference material and easier at library like religions book, newspaper, Arabic book, and example of thesis. Next, for me, studying face-to-face will be more easier to understand what the lecturer and can ask directly at lecturer if do not understand anything. But to make sure we always healthy, we need to follow SOP like what has Iwanis as frontliner say, such as keep washing hands and other more. That's all from me.
Thank you for your reason and explanation. If I, as a student, I like to choose face-to-face class. So, like the panelists three said. So, I would like to ask last question for panelist two as a frontliner. In your opinion, what can frontliners suggest to people out there so that they do not feel bored during MCO? Can you giving a opinion or explanation?
Okay, in my opinion, I think we as frontliners can suggest to the people out there to do some physical activities such as cycling, walking, play, dance, gardening, house cleaning, and others between the family members only. At the same time, it also have many benefits when we do some physical activities, such as reduce high blood pressure, reduce the risk of diabetes, reduce the risk of depression, reduce the risk of stroke, and can improve our mental health. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you for your opinion. And last, I would like to ask panelist four as a small traders. What is your opinion after the government gives the opportunity for small traders to run the business again? So what you think? What do you think?
Thanks to moderators. In my opinion, we as small traders are very grateful to be given the opportunity to reoperate as it can revise the economic sector of small traders affected by this pandemic. Moreover, it also stabilizes the finance of small traders to change their income little by little in the financial recovery to return strong. In addition, the government has directly eased the burden of employers to repay areas of employees' salaries by restoring business operations so that from the proceeds it is possible to retain the profits of a business. Finally, small traders are able to generate more production, to generate more income with the opportunity that the government has given to revive the existing economic sectors. That's all for me.
Okay, thank you for your all opinion. So from all of the opinion about this topic, the MCO implemented has its advantage for some communities, and there are also disadvantage for some communities. For example, like frontliner and teachers. For them, this MCO should be implemented because to reduce the risk of infection. As for students and small traders, this MCO may not be implemented because for them it will affect their income economy. For students, not all students have good internet access. So some students may sit in rural areas that do not have satisfactory internet access for online learning. All of that will affect their learning performance and will make them experience severe stress. So in conclusion, if MCO is implemented, take the matter by thinking positively. What is referred to as positive is thinking that everything implemented by the superiors must be good for us. They do not implement this MCO for fun, but for the good of the people as well. So appreciate what they have fought for to eradicate the COVID-19. The end of the opinion from all of the panelists. Then the end of our forum today. Thank you to Miss and audience for your time, and also thank you to all of the panelists for their opinions and sharings. We hope that what we have shared can benefit all of you who watch this forum and the Malaysian community. That's all from us. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.